Hello. Now President Zelensky is in the United States, and he went to United States after attending the oath ceremony of Milei, the recently elected president of Argentina. Now if you look at the picture of war going on there in Ukraine, you will see that things are very bad when it comes to Kiev or for Kiev. In such a situation, the president of Ukraine must be and should be in Kiev, but he went to attend the oath ceremony of Milei in Buenos Aires, and from there he went to Washington. Now I think, and you may go with my view or you may not go with my view, but I think that he went Buenos Aires for the presidential oath ceremony to go to Washington. As we know that the support in Washington to fund the Ukraine war is going off, and Zelensky is struggling with cash as well as from weaponry supply. Now I think that the White House also wanted him to be in the Washington, but they don't wanted to extend an invitation to President Zelensky to come to the United States. So going to Argentina was a move in order to get a ground to go to Washington. And here I will say that Washington today understands that the political capital of Zelensky is being lost in Washington as well as in Ukraine. So they don't want to be seen with him, at least extending an invitation, an official invitation to President Zelensky to come to United States. But they definitely want him there in order to give him some lessons. As we know, as we understand from many of the articles in the Western, particularly the American publications, that now United States want Zelensky to talk to Russia, which Zelensky is opposing. So they want to give him some advices there in Washington, plus also want him to make his case in front of the senators for additional aid, because Biden administration had invested enough in Zelensky and Project Ukraine, especially the President Joe Biden himself and his NSA. In Washington, he is scheduled to meet with senators, but he is not meeting the members of the House, though he is meeting Mr. Johnson, the Speaker of the House, who has made it clear that the Republicans will be supporting the Ukraine aid only if the matter of border is made clear, which is definitely more important for most of the Americans than the Project Ukraine. And I don't think that one meeting with Mr. Johnson is going to change this stance. Though a week and even days is a long time in politics, and the Senate will rise on Friday. There is a chance that Zelensky may make his case and get some of the funding, maybe total of the 61 billion of funding. But the writing on the wall is clear, and there had been two statements by US President Biden himself, where he said that US is finding it difficult now to support the Ukraine war. He also said that Putin, in a way he means that Putin is banking or looking at United States not supporting Ukraine. His words were different, but meaning was the same. So he is also making the case in front of Republicans, also independents, because we also saw some independents to be voting against the case of Ukraine. Those independents who were most of the time towing the lines of Democrats. So the wind in Capitol Hill has already shifted. It has shifted against Ukraine, supporting the Ukraine war, and the writing on the wall is clear. If even Zelensky is able to get aid this time, this will be probably one of the last aid before the Ukraine front collapse.